What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Review This with the Scene Snobs. I am Mick Manhattan. I am here to review the movie Super Mario Brothers, the movie which just came out today on First Contact Day, which is a lot of fun. Now, we are Star Trek fans here, and that's why I say that. So you can always check out our shows over on YouTube and our Patreon for that. But we want to talk about Super Mario Brothers, those two brothers from Brooklyn, the plumbers, that take on Bowser and his army to save Princess Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom, and more. I have to tell you, I love Mario and the Super Mario franchise. It's truly fantastic. The games are always fun. So when this came out and I saw the look and I saw the feel of it, it really felt like it was on point. And of course, my childhood, we got the live action version with Dennis Hopper and Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, which we actually just did. Did I Fix? That's where I'm giving a bad movie by my partner over on the Scene Snobs Podcast to fix and try and fix the formula of the movie or the format or whatever as it comes on and goes. And anything's better than the 1993 version. Anything. And this movie definitely was. I really enjoyed this. I sat down in the theater not knowing what to expect. What I do is when I have like kids movies like this, I tend to go by myself first so I can get it down, write my notes as I'm reviewing and things like that. Or if I have a screener or something, do the same. And then I will take my kids if I think it's deemed worthy enough to go to the theater again to see it. And I'm telling you right now, as soon as the credits hit, I bought 3 tickets for tomorrow to take my sons to go and see it. I think it's that good. It was a lot of fun. And you know what really worried me yesterday seeing it, and I don't know why it worried me, because every time I turn on Rotten Tomatoes, they're so dismal. Now I understand the hypocrisy of it. A movie reviewer saying that critics are idiots, but I don't listen to critics. And that's why I do these live. That's why I do, kind of get into it more. It's because I want to hear what people have to say, because my opinion is my opinion, and I, kind of give that to you. And if you guys want it, go for it. But I always urge you to go check the movie out for yourself. And this is one I definitely think you should go see, because I had a great time with it. It covered the nostalgia for me. It covered the fanfare, which I like. I'm a fanfare guy. I enjoy that in movies like this. Don't always need it in every movie, but in this, I really liked it. You got little things here and there that popped up that you were just like, wow, they thought to put that in. That was very cool. You got a great story about 2 brothers who nobody really seemed to believe in, but they believed in each other. And then when they're pulled into this huge, crazy, epic adventure, they have such it's such a wonderful tale. You have Mario and Peach connecting. You have Mario and Toad connecting. Luigi, of course, is taken prisoner. I would have liked a little more involvement with him, but I did like how it ended up with him. And I'm not going to go into the spoilers. This is the non-spoiler part. If you don't see spoiler going across, you're safe. And I might talk about some things right after I give my rating, but there's really not much to spoil in this. I think we all kind of know. This is as if you won the game, but there's some pleasant surprises along the way. And now a lot of people, I felt like, were attacking this because of Chris Pratt being in it. He did a fine job. Charlie Day did a fine job. Anna Taylor-Joy did a great job as Peach. Keegan-Michael Key played Toad. Jack Black played Bowser. You had tons of people in this movie. And they really nailed it. It seems like they were really into doing it too, which is what I really liked and what I thought. Like Seth Rogen played Donkey Kong. That was fun. But you got this whole feel of like the people that are there. Yes, of course they're getting paid to make this big budget movie, but they know it and they like it and they were enjoying themselves as they were doing it. And you can feel that in a movie. And I definitely felt that in this one. But I really liked the brother aspect of this. Them coming together, Mario desperate to save Luigi, who is lost, but Luigi kind of covers his little, his sort of involvement in the games. You kind of get a Haunted Mansion feel to it, a lot of tip of the hat to that, and I really like that to this. Jack Black as Bowser was great. He even had sort of an original song in there. I think he wrote for it, and it worked. I like the music that they played in it. It was just a lot of fun. and it just hit. And the one thing I really enjoyed while I was watching this, and I'm going to get to all your comments and stuff and talk to you guys about it too, because that's what it's all about. But I'm just sharing mine real quick. One thing that I really liked about it too is like whenever I go and see a kids movie, I listen. I listen for how are the kids reacting. And the reason I say that is because I think with movies like this, especially because they're nostalgia trips, yes, they're for us, the fans, but they're also for a lot of other people. They're for people who aren't fans of maybe movies, video games, the characters. And a lot of those are kids who maybe don't fully know or only know them from the video games. Before this, I always said that the Saturday morning Super Mario Brothers cartoon was always the best live action version and the best animated version that we had gotten outside of the video games. And I cannot say that any longer. Well, I can still say it about the live action, but I can't say that about the animated. But it is the best Mario Brothers tale, in my opinion. And that's why when I went back to Rotten Tomatoes today, where it was getting, and it's still getting a dismal thing from the critics, over 500 plus audience are critiquing this, and it's getting a 96%. That's astounding. That's fantastic. And this is the type of movie that's fun. I always judge movies for me, whether I like them or not, or I love them or I hated them. If I want to see it again, and if, based on if I say I'll watch it again when it comes out in streaming, I know it's a good movie. I know I liked it. If I say, I might see it again. Yeah, I liked it, but I maybe didn't. If I'm going to see it again tomorrow, I loved it because I'm not doing it just for my kids. I am doing it for them. They are very anxious to see it, and they've been very vocal about that. They're kind of pissed I went today, but I needed to do it with my notes. But I bought those tickets, and I was like, I really want to see this with them. I want them to see this movie and have a really good time with it, and it is fantastic. I hope they make more movies from the IPs that they have in Nintendo from this. And I have heard some indications, and we'll see what happens. I can't divulge where I heard it from, but there is a Zelda movie that is in the works that could be very similar. And I'm actually interested to see how that plays out. So let's get to some of the comments before I get to my rating on this. James MCD Reviews. By the way, this guy knows his movies. We were in a movie tournament together in March. Well, we did not get to go up against each other, but I did watch his portion of it, and he was fantastic. Saw it a few hours ago. The critics have no clue what they are talking about. This movie was so much fun. I 100% agree with you, James. Derpy says, I see it Friday. Go see it. You're going to have a great time with it. He asked me how it was. And while we're here, because you asked me how it was, my rating for this movie is 3.5 out of 5. I love this. 3.5 out of 5 mics. That is a very good rating for me. I really did enjoy this movie. It's a good, well-formatted movie that gives you a lot of fanfare that pops up. It's not overt right in your face. When you see it. A lot of people gave the Mario Kart part in the trailer a little guff. I thought it worked great. I thought it was fantastic how they incorporated it with the ape creatures like Donkey Kong's clan there, and I really did enjoy that, and I enjoyed the surprises that popped up along the way. So let's get to some more of the comments. James says it's a very fun and entertaining movie for fans and casuals alike. 100% agree. I think anybody, you don't have to have played the games or really know the story to enjoy this. Then that's a sign of a good movie. My audience was having a blast. Mine too. And this movie was the first time I went and saw 2 movies today, and both movies the audience did this, and it's the first time I've seen an audience in a movie theater do this in a very long time, and that was clap. They clapped after the movie, and the last time I heard that was when the movie theaters opened back up after in 2020. James also says, I'm planning on watching again for video, but I honestly think I'd watch it again regardless. I'm happy to go again tomorrow. I was thinking about doing an Easter egg video, but there's so many. But now I can go back there and I can just look for the Easter eggs because I know the story and I know how that all kind of plays out. I also do like how they incorporated not just Brooklyn in it, but the plumbing service and Mario's family. I really appreciated that. They opened up the world a bit. They showed us a little backstory. They gave some feel to Mario and Luigi in his life. I loved this movie. Again, 3.5 out of 5 stars. There's no real spoilers to get into tonight, so I'm not really going to touch down on them too much. and I kind of want you to go see it and check it out. But there are 2 post-credit scenes, so make sure to stay for those if you do. And there's a very I don't remember them from the video games, but it's either a water droplet or a star of some sort, a blue star of some sort. Very, very melancholy and very fun addition to this, and I really like that. So guys, I say go check this out. Super Mario Brothers the movie is fantastic. Everybody did a great job. The voices were good. They even played up the voice, where everybody was freaking out that he's not going to have the right voice. They played it up well, and they did a good job. So go check it out. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments. You can jump on our Discord. Check it out there. Guys, just so you know, we are the Scene Snobs. We have lots of shows on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this, please hit like on it. It really helps us, and the algorithms go a long way. Hit subscribe, because I think you really enjoy some of the stuff that we're doing here. And we have other shows too. Tonight we did a Quarter Impulse, which is our companion series to Warp Factor Fiction, where we talked about First Contact Day. It was a live special right before this. You can go check that out anytime. On Patreon, of course, we have our Patreon exclusive show, Warp Factor Fiction. It's a Star Trek series where we, in chronological order, are analyzing the history of Star Trek on screen. That counts as everything that Star Trek has put out on screen, and we are going through it in order. And if you guys haven't checked it out already, our new episode of the Scene Snobs podcast just came out last night. It's live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on our Patreon, and then available all over afterwards here on our YouTube page, and all over every podcast platform. So go check that out as well. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this review. Stay tuned, because we're going to have another review of the movie Air coming up at 10:15, and I will be going over that. Again, there's no real spoilers there. I do make this a non-spoiler review. Cut them up, and you will always know by the time we get to the spoilers. But movies like this, they don't really have it. So go check out, see my review for Air. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are truly awesome. I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Take care.